Welcome, Leo. This is Regina of Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your February full moon reading in Leo in your first house on the 5th of February. So because this snow, ice, and among other names, hunger new moon points to our desire to enjoy the lengthening of the days, our desperation for the sun, I want to welcome you on the basis of really receiving this regenerating energy. This is the last full moon of winter. So let's get started, Leo, with your overall energy for the first half of February, the Six of Pentacles. Leo, you have been doing a lot of deep thought about the way that you give and receive energy, the way that you lead, the way that you follow, your desire to amend, improve, even overturn the kind of static relationship that you have been expected to fulfill as caretaker, as leader, as the giver of the law. And you are looking at creating ways in your life to be in receipt of the energy or the investments that you make towards others on behalf of others. This is about balancing your relationships, recognizing that you do have a special connection to the joy and the benefits, the pleasure of service, the ability to be a giver, the power that that creates in your life. And you want to adjust that so that you may find relief, you can find respite, you can receive the rewards of your labors. The 10th house is where you are socially identified, the way others see you, and the King of Wands is indicative of your confidence, your passion, your desire to lead based on a vision you hold from within who you are. Your pursuit, your collective, communal, professional, employment pursuit is at this time a reflection of who you are. This is about not holding back. As we are in this last full moon of the winter, you are desperate to express yourself, to move forward, to race towards the attention that you feel your ideas, your plans, and your actions deserve. You are motivating others with this passion, with this desire to receive attention and credit for your efforts. The first house, the Three of Swords. And this is where the desperation, or what I'm calling the hunger for attention, may be coming from. As you've recognized and healed, continue to focus upon situations in which you felt there was a looming presence within your relationships, an outside force, a third party, or an extra factor that was as if it was a player, an actual person in your relationships. You are understanding the value of the lessons you've learned through the disappointments and failures you've observed, you've endured. This is giving you the sense of understanding and clarity about the necessity of these lessons so that you are in a position to be aligned with your current efforts in moving forward. This comes out of healing. This is not just a movement forward out of inactivity of the winter months. The Native Americans sometimes call this full moon the bony new moon because it's where food, hunger new moon, where food is scarcest. It's often the snowiest month of the year, February, and this is when, at the same time, The sap is rising. Many animals are beginning their mating cycles. The birds are increasing their activity. So this is where you're coming from. This is where your passion and drive comes from in this natural cycle of rebirth and moving towards the sun as we experience longer days in the northern hemisphere. In the fourth house, the Ten of Wands is again reflecting upon this balance of relationships in your life, this harmony of giving and receiving, and this recognition of rejecting the obligations and responsibilities that you have carried for a very long time. This can be specific to family or a work situation, your team, but you are releasing these burdens. You recognize that your highest expectation is toward yourself. You cannot expect the rewards, the success, the love that you desire from others if you're not able to give it to yourself. And so you are prioritizing your alignment, your desires over those of others. The release of this responsibility, again, is providing a grand relief. And my sense is that this full moon in our move towards the sun is the time at which you recognize the limit of your obligation to others. In the seventh house, the Seven of Cups. Significant relationships have perhaps been fueled through this healing process by your dreams, your illusions, your fantasies about what things could fulfill this sense of loss or suffering or pain that you've endured on your own journey. The Seven of Cups represents our projections. They are our illusions. They can even be our confusion about your relationships or about the experiences you've had in significant relationships. Never feeling as though the relationships around you are equally satisfying or match your desire for growth, for pleasure, for a greater vision. But that opportunity you are now understanding exists as you turn your attention away from the needs of others towards prioritizing, privileging your needs and your desires first. I'm going to clarify the Three of Swords in the first house with the Death card in the second house, the Ten of Pentacles in the third house. There is a sense of inheritance that you have gained, been born with, natural gifts, natural resources that you have that you have received, that you are releasing. You are turning away from your inheritance in as much as you understand that you have benefited from the cultural legacy that you have experienced, if not actual financial or material resources. You are releasing that and turning that experience into one where you are building towards the greater participation and access to the kinds of resources that you've enjoyed all your life. This is legacy building, but not specific to you or your tribe, but more about your ability to communicate or share your deepest, most profound ideas about how legacy, how inheritance is created and built so that it benefits everyone. This is part of a process that you are now learning as you release the limits of your former sense of material safety and security. You're releasing that way of being the boss, being the leader, being the caretaker to a greater, more expansive vision. And for me, because perhaps of the square to Uranus and Taurus, that the sun and the moon are creating during this full moon cycle, you are experiencing this great birth of awareness, clarity, and vision that there are more ways, more opportunities, a greater context that you can be a part of. In the 10 of Wands in the 4th house is clarified by the 5 of Cups in the 5th house and the Queen of Wands in the 6th house. The King and Queen of Wands showing up together shows me that you are experiencing a powerful partnership. This can even be a renewal of a significant relationship in your life, a significant partnership. It's very much about the way you've learned to work and how you've learned to receive the resources, the intelligence, invite the creativity and ideas of others as you learn to work, even as a leader, the elevation of your skills so that you are not only leading through your passion, but you have learned to receive and invite the passion and participation of others as equals. This partnership, and I'm calling it that because that's what I'm feeling. It could be a significant romantic relationship, but it is about working together to build something beyond you as a couple, you as individuals. This is about working towards a greater vision. And again, this comes out of a deeper understanding of the things that have been lost, the things that you are now releasing as you recognize the opportunities in the relationships you have. The 7 of Cups in the 7th house is clarified by the 2 of Pentacles in the 8th house and the Wheel of Fortune in the 9th house. You're processing, weighing, and reflecting upon the tremendous lessons that you've been learning, the tremendous ability and desire to release the old way of doing things, the old lessons, the old authorities, the old expectations as you are gaining this powerful new opportunity to build something anew on new terms. And this is requiring you to do a lot of learning as you go, taking in a lot of information, really looking at the concrete models that now feel limited to you and turning your attention towards the possibilities that may yet not exist. You may not see other models of what it is you're envisioning or you're creating. However, as a result of your work, your good karma, your ability to care for others without requiring that support back, as much as you may desire that, the universe is recognizing your positive effort, your unstinting and disciplined desire to keep moving, and is favoring you with new opportunities for travel, for education, for communicating your ideas to a broader audience, opportunities to see things in other places where you may not see the models of what you're becoming interested in close at hand. This is a beautiful sign of favor and good fortune as you are changing your context, your community, your vision of community. The King of Wands in the 10th house is clarified by the 6 of Cups in the 11th house and the Moon in the 12th house. Wow, indeed. The significant partnership that I see operating in your life is one that has been connected to your past, is connected to a past experience, event, formative years, happy memories of experiencing your talents, your desires in a way that was limited, unlimited, and non-judgmental. That is underscoring, bolstering, and encouraging this reassessment of the way that you enjoy your relationships, the way that you utilize the resources that your relationships bring to the projects that you are envisioning. There is a deep well of information that is fueling your ability to heal and confront your experiences in the past. You're opening up less and less, more and more to the invisible alliances you experience, the establishment of a meditation, a prayer, a journaling practice, using your dreams, asking consciously for the information or support that you desire from your ancestors, your spirit guides, or even your animal totems, your species alignments. So your experience of your unconscious, the collective unconscious, is being translated through your subconscious into this greatly expanded world that is not confined to the activities of human beings. I'm going to finish up this reading, Leo, with an oracle card. And I have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I thank you so much for your time. I truly hope this has been helpful to you, Leo, I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, namaste.